Hi everyone. Sorry that we had some technical difficulties, and I apologize for this. The quality of this image. I couldn't use my phone, and I couldn't get on Zoom, and I'm doing this on my laptop, and this is the best quality I can get. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I don't even have indication. So if you're watching this, please comment and let me know if you can't hear me. All right, let's get started. After all that. Title of my workshop is No Bullshit Meditation. And sorry, let me just make sure. Hey, okay. Say, Hollis, please let me know if you can hear me. And yeah, so no bullshit meditation. And what do I mean by no bullshit meditation? Over the years, I think, just like with everything else, that people have tried to numb themselves and basically not to go inside. They've come up with different meditations and different things. And part of the issue now has become that the meditation itself um, is a way to escape, and it's not the way that it was intended to be used. Um, when we Not we, but originally when meditation, the gurus and the intention for meditation was that for people to find a way to go inside and to see, become aware, to get in touch with their inner being, to see all those gunk and emotions and thoughts that they're coming up, and find a way to be present for it, to have it just not take over their lives. And but now the meditation has become sort of like a tool for rest and relaxation, or a tool to sort of escape and go in your imaginary world. So those are all fine. However, they're not the true intention of meditation, which was to go inside, get in touch with yourself, be present for your thoughts, for your emotions, for all that is happening. And the other bullshit about meditation is that I know even with kids, if you ask them, or adults, what does meditation mean to you? They certainly close their eyes and, go, and, to get that posture, the sitting posture. And that's not it either. So there are so many different forms of meditation that you can do, and you sort of have to go play around and see what works best for you. And again, with any meditation you try out, you have to see what is taking you the easiest path to get in touch with yourself and go inside. Um, so a lot of people, actually majority of people, won't be able to sit there, close their eyes, and just be present. So for those people that cannot sit and be present, I recommend walking meditation. So, or any kind of movement meditation, actually. So when you go for a walking meditation, you're not going to take your phone, or if you're going to take your phone, you're going to silence your phone. Um, and you are going to walk very slowly. You are going to uh, be present. As you're walking, you're going to bring your attention and awareness to your body. How is my foot feel on the ground? How am I putting down my foot? What's my breath like? And just my shoulders, are my shoulders relaxed, are they hunched over? So you want to bring as much attention as you can, as much awareness as you can to your body, to that posture of walking and your breathing. And if the thoughts come, let them come, but then you're sort of just going to ground those thoughts in the walk. Just imagine letting them fall into place. Keep bringing your awareness to your body, to your breath, to your steps. The other form, and again, as much as you can, do this in nature, not a busy street or sidewalk. It helps a lot. And if you're having a hard time even staying present with your body and your breath and your steps, the other thing, that if you're in nature, bring your awareness to the sounds around you. What are the sounds that I can hear? You can usually hear the wind, the birds. Um, Several months ago we had the cicadas here, so it was the sound of the cicadas, frogs, whatever is around you in nature. Another great movement meditation is dancing. So when you're doing the dancing, it's best to put a music that it doesn't have words, it's mostly beats, so that you don't have to, the words don't take your attention. So you just want the sound of the music itself without any words. And when you start dancing, again, you're not trying to follow any kind of a movement. You can sort of start with just a slow letting your arms sway, or letting your knees bounce, or letting your hips sway. Just starting with a small sway or movement, and then allowing the music to sort of move you and guide your body. That's another great movement meditation. And I'm trying to see. Oh, thank you, Alice. Thank you. Hi, Elizabeth. Yes, dancing meditation. I love that one too. So, a good music for dancing meditation. If you're going to do dancing meditation, I would say drumming. Um, there are lots of, I know I love Pandora, so my favorite place to go is Pandora. If you're using Pandora, or I'm sure they're on Spotify and anything, all the other apps out there. If you search for drumming music or shamanic music, the shamanic music, a lot of them have drums, and that beat of the drum is the best meditation tool that you can have. And again, you just want to first start out by standing. You're just going to let the sound, the vibration of that drum, the vibration of that music hit your body. You can start with a small bounce in your knees, or just a small bounce with your body, and then just becoming more and more aware of the music in your body and letting it work together and move you. Another movement meditation I have this one actually up on my Instagram and YouTube if you guys want to go take a look. I call it the tree meditation. So that one, you start out by tapping the entire body. Sort of the tapping, what it does, it moves the energy around in your body. And then once you go through that tapping process, and again, it's really head to toe that we're tapping. And then with that, once you stop, you bring your attention to your body, to your breath, and then after, you're sort of imagining if the lower half of your body is the trunk of a tree, and with the roots going deep, deep, deep into the earth. And then once you establish your trunk and the roots, and you feel good and comfortable and grounded, then you're sort of going to allow the upper half of the body to be the branches, the leaves, and Again, allowing the body to move naturally, to feel as if there were branches of the tree, and how would that feel. Um, those are my favorite movement meditations that you can do, and they make it much easier to uh, keep awareness. Again, anything that you do, so even the process throughout the day, you can be in a meditative mode as long as you are aware of yourself, meaning you are aware of your body, you are aware of your thoughts, you are aware of your emotions, you're aware of your actions. As long as even throughout the day you are in a state of awareness and presence, that is meditation. These are just tools and techniques to get you to that point, that so you can be more aware throughout the day. Now, another great meditation, cooking. Cooking is the best one. I love it, and I know a lot of other people like it and use it as well. So, with cooking, what you want to do is sort of getting in touch with the ingredients that you're using, sort of feeling the ingredients, feeling what you want to cook. At the beginning, I would suggest do some gratitude for all those ingredients that you're using. Um, they all came from some sort of animal or plant. Gratitude for the Mother Earth itself. Gratitude for the sky and the sun that made it possible, for the plants, vegetables, whatever you're using for it to grow. Bringing gratitude for the company, all the delivery people, grocery people, people that packed those things, produced it, all that. Do a little gratitude for everything that brought those ingredients is for your food. And then again, awareness of how you're adding the spice. The spice, if you like to use your fingers, I know, my son always, when he wants to cook, he likes the tossing the spices in there and feeling it in his hand. I don't do it for all the spices, but I like to do it for salt. So if you're doing that, again, becoming aware of how is it feeling in my hand, how is it feeling, or even when you're putting it in there, aware of the smell of it. If you're stirring your food, doing it slow enough to bring awareness of how does it feel. If I'm, if, let's say it's a steak and you're switching it around, all that, again, bringing more awareness. Eating by itself can be meditation. Um, the way to do it as a meditation, and actually, a lot of people that for weight loss, this is an exercise I tell them, because this way, again, when you're aware of the food you're eating and what you're putting in your body, and you're eating with awareness, your body's going to tell you, like, okay, I'm full, I don't want anymore. And your body's going to eat when it wants to. So, yes, gratitude, Hollis is saying gratitude for the whole cooking process and ingredients. Brilliant. I love it. Use it. And I have to tell you something with that. I've done classes, and when you bring gratitude and love to the ingredients in the process as you're cooking it, the food tastes different than when you don't. And you can do this on your own if you like, but I did this with, I did a workshop, and there was, I think, 5 of us, and we cooked it differently. And like, the person that cooked it knew what process they used for each one. Same ingredients, same food, but different, um, sort of a mental place when they cooked it, and you could taste the difference in those. So definitely try that one. And so with eating is the same thing. As you're eating, eating can be a form of meditation as long as you bring awareness to it. So when you taking a bite, first, that whole process of getting it on your fork or on your spoon, and becoming aware of how you're doing it. When you put it in your mouth, sort of the chewing is awareness as well. Trying to pick out, what ingredients are in there, what flavors can you pick up, how does it even feel in your mouth? If you're chewing bread, it's very different than if you are having a broccoli, for example. If you're cooked broccoli, raw broccoli, tastes different, feels different in your mouth. So then using all that awareness to sort of bring the awareness to the food, the ingredients, your body as you're chewing it, and even that process as you're swallowing it and allowing it to go into your stomach. That one too, you can become aware of it and how does it feel. And if you want, gratitude for your body, gratitude for your intestines, for your stomach, for your esophagus, all that, this body does it without you even asking. You're not telling your body, hey, can you take this down to where it needs to go, go left, go right, now go into my intestine. It just does it naturally and it takes care of everything. Um, so that's another good one. Uh, oh, I haven't seen like water for chocolate. Have I? I don't know. That's an old one. I have to go see it. Yes, yes. Okay, now I remember. Yes, yes. Yeah, that's when you and the reason, okay, so Hollis was saying that water for, what was it? For chocolate, hold on. Uh, like water for chocolate. There's a scene that the woman is crying and the taste of the food. So the reason for this is, again, if you go to my, um, and again, I apologize for the camera, guys, because I'm holding my computer on my lap and trying to do everything. So in our favorite book, Creativity Is Whatever You Want It to Be, in my chapter, toward the end, I talk about that we are all, water is an element that we all have in common. It's in common in our bodies, on the planet, earth, air, um, everything on it, even the plants, everything that you consume, water is a common element that we have. And I did this artwork, commissioned artwork for Children's Hospital, Children's National Hospital in DC, and it's there hanging next to the elevator, and it's on my Instagram at Solistic. If you go there, I have it posted. Anyway, um, there was studies done that with water, um, it picks up on the emotion, it picks up on the words, and the structure of water changes. Like they took pictures of it, and if you used loving words, it would be a different structure than if you use like unkind words. So all of that and the water that we have in common with everything in us, the planet, the food we eat, the plants. That's why that gratitude works. And when you put that energy in the food, you're going to taste it and receive it. It actually changes the structure. So back to meditation. Yes. So I talked about how cooking, awareness of your cooking, walking, dancing, eating. And another favorite, again, clients love this one, your wine. Yes, all those ladies out there that you love your wine in the afternoon, drinking your wine can be a meditation as well. Um, so if you're opening a brand new bottle, taking time, using one of those old-fashioned wine openers, and just feeling the screw part of it, going down in the cork. How does it feel as you're twisting it? How does it feel as you bring it up and that pop at the end? Feeling the cork, smelling it as you're pouring it, listening to the sound that it's making. Then looking at the color, smelling it, taking, and with each sip, you want to just be present for it. Let it stay in your mouth. What can I pick up on this? Um, what taste does it have in my mouth? And even like I tell people that a lot of people complain, it's like, oh, I think I'm drinking too much. When you do this method, trust me, you're not going to be able to do more than one or two glasses if you're drinking with awareness, because again, your body's going to tell you, hey, that's good enough, I don't need any more. But the important thing is with each sip, for the whole process, you want to bring awareness to it as much as you can, by taste, by smell, looking at it, all that stuff is a great tool to do for your wine as well, or any drink that you want to do. But um, I pick wine just because everybody also like the whole, how many legs does my red wine have and all that good stuff. So all these things for those that don't like the traditional meditation and they want to just have some sort of movement, some sort of other than having to sit there and be present for all these thoughts and emotions that everybody's trying to run away. Um, so those meditations help with that. Now, if you are the uh, kind of person that likes to, that doesn't mind sitting down and meditating, and you can stay aware, but maybe just for a short time, you still need something to do. Um, Energy. Um, Feeling the energy in your hands, in your body. And for that, what you can do, I cannot let go of my laptop to do it for you, show you, but when you sit down, again, taking a couple of deep breaths, connecting to your body, but then you're going to start clapping your hands together. And after like few claps, then you're going to rub the hands together, and it sort of like starts to build a friction and warmth between the hands. And slowly you want to move the hands apart, and you just want to start feeling the energy between the palms of the hands, and you want to focus on the palms. And at first it just might be just a little bit of a heat sensation that you're feeling. Then you can just, if you keep it there, it's going to feel like a tingling sensation, and at some point you're going to feel like this pull and push between the two palms of your hand. And the more you bring the focus and attention and awareness to the palms, the stronger that pull and push it is. And then when you start to feel the pull and push, then you can sort of play with it, allow your hands and allow your arm to move about, and imagine like if it's a energy ball between the two palms, and you're sort of squeeze, like bringing it together and taking it apart, making it bigger and smaller and bigger and smaller. And that's another great form of meditation if you're the type that can sit down and concentrate, but rather still have something to work with. And another one for those that want to sit down is there are different kinds of breath work that you can do. Um, but again, I'm an oddball. I can't do most of those breath works because when I try to copy somebody else, my body just goes like, no, it's not working. So I got to do myself. So as long as again you're trying to follow the breath in out, that's the normal one. But then also starting to see like when I'm taking a breath, is it chest heavy or is it diaphragm? Is it coming from my stomach or is it my chest? And having your hand on there. And if it's, if your chest is coming up first, then trying to work your way to have your stomach expand first rather than your chest. So that is another great awareness. It's another great tool to practice, and it's gonna be very relaxing, that one, if you can manage it, and it's gonna work to um, for you to take deeper breaths as well. So again, just start out, hand on one hand on the chest, one hand on your stomach, and take some deep breaths, or just your normal breaths even, and see where is my chest rising first, or my stomach. And if it's your chest rising first, trying to bring awareness and trying to bring it down to your stomach, so your stomach expands before your chest. um, those are some of the better ones for sitting down. Another type of awareness for bringing awareness to your emotions, if there's a lot going on and you really can't get out, can't sit down either to get everything off your chest, and there's a lot going on. Um, art, again, I think I gotta bring the book out again. We all tell you how creativity saved our lives, and what creativity has meant to us in our chapters. But any kind of doodling um, helps. Any kind of way that you can use your hands to draw. I used to love just charcoal, or pastels at the beginning, just because with charcoal, you can, especially if you get a soft one, you can put it on paper and you can use your fingers to, make the different shades and draw. And the whole point of that, though, is that don't get caught up on what image you're creating, or trying to have an image that you're creating. The point of it is, again, bringing awareness to the paper, your fingers. If you're using, you can even use acrylic if you want, um, but if you don't want to deal with the mess, um, the less messy options, if you have soft pastels or soft charcoal, and just putting it on paper, and with your fingers expanding it and playing with it. um, Again, the point of meditation is bringing awareness to your body and staying present in the moment. So artwork, always, that's a great way. Um, Music, if again, in terms of meditation, I mean, any kind of music, if you're an artist, you already know that. Oops, sorry, that was my drum, right on time. It wanted me to talk about it. Um, my magical drum. So if you're playing an instrument, great. You already know that that can be a form of meditation. If not, um, if you can get yourself a drum, there's so many different drums. I have a hand, what is called a hand drum. It's one of those smaller drums. Again, on my Instagram, I think I've put it. There's sound bowls that you can get and use for yourself. There's little rattles. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get my rattle. So even this one, you can get it at the kids shop, and just having it in your hand and shaking it, um, all of that, if you can do it, um, it's fantastic. It's really great, and it relaxes you, and again brings awareness, because with this rattle, especially, the sound of it and the feel of it in your hand, and you're moving the motion of the hand moving, all of that, you can become aware of it. And for music, one other thing, especially if you're using drum or rattle, because it's a consistent sound, that is relaxing by itself, and takes your mind and your thoughts out of things. So try that as well, and see which one of those it's better for you. I know for shamanic journeying, we use either the drum or the rattle, as a way, as a to get into a journey, but you don't have to use it for that purpose. You can just use it to become aware of the sound and let the sound vibrations work with your body. Um, so let me just go down and make sure I don't have any new comments. Sorry guys, again, I'm doing this on my PC. As you can tell, I'm not that PC friendly these days. Let's see. Thank you, ladies. Yes, yes, yes. All right, couple of more options. I still have I know I started out late, so just another wrapping it up. One other way, if none of these techniques work for you, again, I've given you um, walking meditation, dancing, uh, listening to music, um, tree meditation, cooking, drinking your wine, eating, all these other ones, breath work, energy work. Um, but if you are in what Hollis and I talked about the other day, if you are in a shitstorm and those are working for you, you've tried it and you're just like, your whole body is like going, ah, ah, ah. Two great meditations for that. Screaming. Yes, screaming. And if you're in my household, actually, I think neighbors know. Uh, so we don't even use the pillow. But for your house, if you, especially if you're in an apartment or a condo and you don't want to scare the neighbors, get a pillow, get a blanket, and put it over your mouth. You don't want to, you still want to be able to breathe, but again, to just muffle that sound and scream and scream. And the screaming, really try to, because I do this with clients a lot as well. At the beginning, the screams are sort of mental. Your mind is not letting you fully scream because it's like, okay, you're sounding crazy now, you're screaming, people are going to come take you away. So all those crazy thoughts are coming up. Ignore them and let the scream really come from a belly. You want that. It may start here, but take it down as much as you can all the way through your chest to your belly and let the scream come out. And I actually talk about, I have another, this meditation that I'm talking about opens up the throat chakra. That's on my Instagram and YouTube as well. So screaming, and make sure if you are screaming and you scream a lot, after that, drink plenty of liquids and something warm as well, and be gentle and kind to yourself, because that's a really big one, especially if you haven't done it. Screaming can be very cleansing and releasing. Now, one other, in terms of, again, sitting down, and if there's a lot going on and you scream now and you feel a little bit better, but you don't want to scream anymore, you can allow like different sounds to come from your body. Again, becoming aware of your body and seeing what sounds it wants to make. And I go in more detail in this one. I don't want to take too much time. Um, if you go look at it on my Instagram or YouTube, I have a video that I go in detail of what those sounds are and how you can do that. And I also do the sounds so you can follow my sounds on that video. And one last one, again, for those that are in a shitstorm and can't meditate, um, getting get a piece of paper. I don't like journaling, and I tell my clients to, if they have journals, to throw them out, burn them, release the energy on those paper, because most people, at least the way all my clients, and I used to do it in the past, those journals contain a lot of energy. All those words, everything you put on there has energy, and people tend to go back and read it and dwell on it, and it becomes even heavier. So make sure that again, my recommendation, don't hold on to it. But this type of journaling, what I'm going to tell you, is great for the shitstorm, where you take a piece of paper and you allow those thoughts, those emotions to talk on the paper. You are just a person that's taking notes. You're not trying to judge it as it's coming up. You're not trying to change it. Allowing it, the words, allowing the emotions to flow, and you're just gonna write it down. If it's just wants to cuss, let it cuss and just write it down. And the writing, it doesn't even have to be legible. It can be chicken scratch. And once you're done and you feel like you got all of it out on paper, have a fire safe bowl or a big pot and burn the paper, release it, and throw out the ashes. And even that process that you're going to watch the paper burn, it's a great meditation as well, and great releasing tool. So I'm a little bit over my time. I know I started late. I'm just going to go down one more time, make sure there isn't any questions. Haha, Hollis, I scream when I'm in the car also. Yes, screaming is fantastic. Um, I'm glad. Oh, Carrie, shitstorm. Um, Use those techniques. Let me know how they work. If any of them work for you. Elizabeth, wine. Yes, we should have a wine meditation party online. How about that? It's the end of the summer. We should have a wine party. Love you guys. Thank you for joining me. Sorry about all the technical difficulties and my poor connection here, but I'm glad for those of you that joined. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for being here. Love you guys. Hope you enjoyed the summit. Hope you enjoyed this workshop. You can get in touch with me, DM me on my Instagram. If you go on my website, all my information is on there. Love you all. Have a great weekend. Bye.